It's that girl. And I was thinking of telling you my real name today, but I decided not to. Not today. Maybe another day. Why don't you guess? Why don't you try to guess? There's no prize. You win nothing except my undying respect for you. And it'll be fun. And then I'll end up telling you probably like in the next vlog or a couple days from now. Anyway, I have more important things to talk about than that. That's just an introduction. What's most important is yesterday I got to see one of the great legends of rock and roll. Canadian, no less. The one and only Neil Young. And it was awesome. Only problem was, really big venue. It was at the ACC. It was a bit, you know, the acoustics aren't that great. Could be, I would love to see him in like a little bit of a more intimate setting. That's not what I meant. He's like a million years old. But still. It was really cool. He did a Beatles cover at the end. I'm trying to remember what song it was. That's really embarrassing. I think it was A Day in the Life. And it was wicked. Yeah, it was just crazy. Like, it's when you're at a concert with someone so legendary and you're sitting there in your seat and you look out and he's standing there and you're like, I'm in the same room as Neil Young. It's nuts. Anyway, another crazy thing happened last night. Something very unusual for me because well, I've never yelled at a stranger. And I guess I've yelled at strangers, but I've never yelled at a stranger like I did last night. Especially not with so much swearing. We were at the ACC, and it's crowded. And people like to stand up during concerts sometimes because it's a rock show, and sometimes people like to dance. And the guy in front of us was dancing. He was really tall, unfortunately. And he was at the show alone. He was a bit of a weird guy, but not important. He was really tall and really enjoyed Neil Young, paid $110 for his ticket just like everybody else in our section. And you know what? Guy wants to freaking dance. So like, whatever. Go for it. He's dancing. That means the three of us, me and my friends, couldn't see because he was blocking our view. And so we stood up. We're like, whatever. We're just adapting. And the woman behind us, rudely, is like, sit down! And we're like, no thanks. That's pretty rude. Like, if you were like, excuse me, could you please sit down? I can't see. Maybe we'd be like, oh yeah, sure. Or maybe we'd explain. But she didn't. She was rude. So we said no. And gradually tensions began to mount. Security came over and tried to talk to the guy who was standing up in front of us. And he was like, dude, it's a rock show. Rock on. And like, we were like, okay, he's right. And so he came and talked to us, and we were like, yeah, we get it. And then he came and talked to the lady behind us, and she was like, I don't know what she just said, but he left. And then, so like, he couldn't make this guy sit down, all right? Sorry, I'm pretty upset about this. And so I'm standing there, and this lady behind me starts poking my arm. She starts poking my arm, like, down here, and then she keeps poking, and she's like, poke, 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 and like, clearly I know she's poking me. I'd have to, like, it would have to be a prosthetic arm for me to not notice this. She's just like, poke, 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 poke. I figured she'd stop here, because, like, where else is she gonna go? And then she takes her hand, and she puts it in my hair, and tries to move my head over so she can talk in my ear, and I don't know if you've ever had some, like, strange old lady touch your hair, but it's freaking weird. So that's about the time where I snapped. And I've never done this, but okay, so I'm sort of like sitting, like, I'm over here, lady's over here, and I was kind of like sitting there minding my own business, enjoying Neil Young, like, how'd it go? Don't touch me again! It was like, it was insane. I was like, snapped. I was like, don't what are you doing, you crazy old lady? It's a rock show. Everybody's standing up. Just stand up. You have legs. It's Neil Young. Just relax. And I turned back around, and I was like bright red, and I was shaking, and my friends were just staring at me, and all this lady and all her friends were like, just totally like freaked out. And I think she got it. She didn't poke me again. I felt kind of bad, but sometimes you just need to speak up. So, take that, lady. You got me to yell at a stranger and swear at them, and I've never done that in my entire life. It was a bit therapeutic, though. I mean, it was kind of relaxing. I let out some of that tension. But yeah, Neil Young was wicked. Wilco opened. They were really good. They finished with one of my favorite songs. I'm the Man Who Loves You. Great song. It was excellent. But yeah, so what do you think about, standing at rock concerts? What's like rock concert etiquette? Are you allowed to stand? I mean, it's a rock concert. We're all having a good time here. Or are you expected to sit down? Are you allowed to yell at old ladies? Oh, the best part was a couple songs after I yelled at her, I turned around and she was sleeping. Sleeping. Yeah. Alright. I'll talk to you later. Bye.